everybody, it's Paige, and today's video is going to be my review of the Urban Decay Naked Wild West palette. I wanted to get this video up sooner, but my filming schedule was just so packed, so I finally have time to film this, and I am so excited. I think I'm going to do two different looks, so one look on each eye, just to kind of switch it up a little bit and see the versatility of the palette. I wore my airy little sweater thing because I felt like it really went with the vibe of the palette. I don't know. Anyway, if you guys are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy, and let's go ahead and get started. So this is a 12 pan eyeshadow palette. It is currently available on Sephora's website, but it won't be available in store until February 28th. It is $49 and you get 12 eyeshadows in here. It also comes with a little makeup brush. This is a continuation of the Urban Decay Naked series, which that is like what got me started into this whole makeup world, so it definitely has a soft spot in my heart. I gotta say, I love the packaging. I think it's so cute, and I think it's very like themed well. I think the theme is like on point. I'm sorry that the cars are so loud. I'm filming pretty late. It's like 6 o'clock, so traffic and everything is just fabulous. We live really close to a busy road. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Here is a close-up of the packaging. I love the like animal print and the colors of the main part of the packaging. I just think it's so cute. And then you open it up, and this, I'm gonna try to show you without blinding you with the mirror. Here are the 12 eyeshadows. I'm sorry my nails look so bad. But it's a pretty neutral palette overall. There's like two pops of like a tealy bluish green color, but other than that, it's pretty much all like everyday type shades. You get a dual-ended brush, which I always like keep these in the palettes. I remember I used to use my original Urban Decay Naked palette brush like for everything. For my crease, my lid, my brow bone, I would just like wipe it off on my hand and like dip into the next shade back before I had like more than one makeup brush. But yeah, it seems like a pretty nice brush. I will have this palette linked down below in the description box in case you guys are interested in checking it out. I will also have my makeup details of everything that's on my face already, but we're just gonna dive in. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch all of the shadows on the back of my hand just to kind of get an idea of how the formula is looking. Here are the swatches in the palette. I will go ahead and read you the names from top to bottom, which this top shade you can't even really see. It's like my exact skin tone. But from top to bottom we have Standoff, Spur, Nudie, Hold'em, Cowboy Rick, Laredo, Bud, Rustler, Ghost Town, Whiskey, Tex, and Pony Up. The names are super cute. They definitely fit the theme. I will say that I noticed there's only 4 shimmers. So there's 4 shimmers and 8 mattes, which is a lot of mattes. I'm typically more of like an evenly balanced person. I like there to be about half and half. But I didn't notice that this was a predominantly matte palette until I just now swatched these. I also wanted to mention that the mattes are a bit crumbly, so when you swatch them, it's thick on your finger and the product will just kind of crumble off, and there's like speckles of eyeshadow clumps everywhere. Also, it's kind of hard to swatch those types of shades just because you start swiping and then there's like chunks of eyeshadow. I'm not saying that's bad or anything, it's just something that I noticed. Some eyeshadows are like that, some aren't. So I'm gonna go ahead and prime my eyes. I'm gonna use the MAC Paint Pot in the shade Painterly. This is my go-to eye primer, and I always apply it with my Morphe M173, and I'm gonna do one eye at a time since we are doing two different looks. I figured we would do more of a warm toned eye and then more of a cool toned eye. Also, my highlighter is like insane. I applied it after using this Cover FX setting spray, and I feel like it just like, once it was applied, it wasn't budging. So I'm sorry if my highlighter is a little over exaggerated today. So I'm actually going to start, I think, with the like more blue cool toned eye. I'm gonna take an E3 from Blinged Brushes. You can use code PAIGE for 10% off. And I'm gonna go into the shade Tex, which is this matte turquoisey blue green kind of color. I'm gonna take a little bit of that and I'm going to tap it in the outer and inner corner. We're gonna sort of do a little bit of a halo eye situation on this side. Already I can tell that these eyeshadows are super pigmented, which I wouldn't expect anything else from Urban Decay. I'm also noticing that it's looking almost like darker on my eye than in the pan, and as I'm applying it, I feel like it's looking a little bit patchy, but I think it'll blend out just fine. I'm trying really hard to make sure that I don't misplace this shadow, because if I'm a little bit like crazy with it, it could definitely ruin the look. Now I'm gonna take another E3. This one is from the Rose Gold set, and I'm gonna go into the shade Laredo, which is this matte like taupey color, and I'm gonna use this shade to buff out the edges of that teal color. I'm just going in little like back and forth motions like this. I can tell that these shadows aren't gonna blend out super easily. It's gonna take time to really like buff them. It could be the combination of the shadow formula and the primer, but it's definitely looking like we will have successful results. I just turned my ring light down a little bit because I feel like you couldn't see my eyeshadow, but I'm just gonna kind of lightly tap a little bit more text on the inner corner as well, just because from blending out the edge, it's sort of, you know, you lose a little bit of that pigment. So I know our eye is looking crazy, but I have a good feeling that it's gonna come together. Now I'm gonna go into the shade Bud, which is this metallic bluey green shade. And I'm actually just gonna take that on my finger, which, oh, look at that. And then I'm going to tap this on the center of my lid. Oh, that's so pretty. This is gonna be like the base of our like shimmery halo eye. I'm bringing that like all the way up, like even into my crease, just so that you can like really see that shade even if my eye is open. And now I'm gonna take the shade Cowboy Rick, which is this sparkly, shimmery kind of cool tone shade. And I'm gonna tap this like right on the center of my eyelid just to add even more dimension. Then I'm gonna take a little bit of text and smudge that along my lower lash line. And I'm making sure that I connect it to this outer corner of my eye just so that it's all like one thing. I also took a tiny bit of the shade Bud, which is that metallic green, and I put that on the center of my lower lash line just to kind of mimic what we've got going on up top. And then to finish this eye off, I think I'm gonna go back into Cowboy Rick, and I'm gonna put this on my inner corner. I also added a little bit of the highlighter that I have on my cheeks on my brow bone. This is from Ofra, and this is the highlighter in the shade Star Island. I freaking love this highlighter, and I actually just joined Ofra's affiliate program, and my code should be good to go now, so you guys can use code PAIGE for 20% off. If it's not activated yet, like it might not be, I'm not 100% sure yet. This is like news as of today when I'm filming this, but yeah, now I am an affiliate of Ofra and I'm so excited about it. So definitely check them out. I have been obsessed with this highlighter recently. So now I'm just going to put some mascara on. I'm using the Sephora Collection Size Up mascara, and we will finish off this eye. Alright you guys, here is the finished eye look. I think it turned out really fun. It's definitely a little bit deeper, a little bit darker, a little bit more mysterious. I will just kind of like hold this up in front of my undone eyes so that you guys can get like, you know, sort of the illusion of this being my entire look. But I think it's super cute and fun, and you can definitely play and get like, you know, a super colorful look from this neutral, for the most part, palette. So now I'm gonna go ahead and move on to this eye, and I definitely want to do something warm toned and like maybe like inspired by like these tones in the packaging. Once again, priming my eye with my MAC paint pot. I'm almost out of this. I mean, I've still got like quite a bit left, but I just feel like it's almost on its last leg. Luckily, I have another MAC paint pot, but it's in a different shade. It's in the shade Soft Ochre. I'm pretty sure I've had this MAC paint pot for like a year and a half maybe. It's been a really long time. It has lasted me forever, and it's my favorite eyeshadow primer. Okay, so for this eye, I'm gonna go into the shade Nudie, which is this like matte, warm beigey color, and I'm gonna put this all throughout the crease. Already, that's a lot darker than I thought it was gonna be. Like, whoa. It definitely blends out really well. And these are definitely shadows where the more you blend, the more you blend the pigment away. So just something to keep in mind. If you really have to work to blend out these mattes, you're probably gonna have to go back in and like repack it on, which is fine. It's just, I feel like most eyeshadows aren't really like that anymore, but they seem to be very pigmented. They blend out fine, just something that I'm noticing. Now I'm gonna take the shade Ghost Town, which is this like coppery, orangey color, and I'm using an E3 once again, and I'm going to sort of tap this in the outer corner. I am going to end up blending this into the crease, but I'm just gonna start by like placing it out here. I also just wanted to take a minute and say that I saw a few comments on my last few videos saying how some of you guys are in Texas and Oklahoma and states where you don't have power and water pipes are bursting and it's freezing cold, and I just wanted to say that I am sending you guys love, positive thoughts. I can't imagine what that could possibly be like. I am here in Florida and it was a little chilly today, but it was probably like mid 50s, and I was like thinking about how cold I was, and I was like, you know what, like I need to stop. Like there's people without power in like -degree weather right now. Like there's no room for me to even consider complaining. So I hope you guys are staying safe and doing well. If you have family members in Texas, I have a few family members in Oklahoma and Texas right now, and they don't have power, or they're having like rolling power outages and things. So it's definitely scary, and I hope that everyone stays as safe and warm as they possibly can. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that, let you guys know that I'm thinking about you all, and I am sending all the positive energy that I possibly can. I totally brought that way too high. So I'm gonna just sort of, oh, I don't even know how to fix this. I'm gonna take Standoff, which is the shade that's like basically my skin color, on a clean brush and just sort of smoke out that edge because I got a little carried away when I was talking. Then just taking what's left over on that brush that I applied the warm orangey shade, I'm just gonna kind of lightly bring that to the inner part of my crease, just like super lightly. Now I'm gonna go into the shade Rustler, which is this like bronzy metallic shade, and I'm just going to use my finger and press this on the center of my eyelid. I'm gonna go in with another metallic, more on the inner corner, so I'm focusing this on the center, sort of like a transition between the matte orange and the next shade that I'm going in with. Now I'm going into Hold'em, which is this gorgeous gold metallic, and I'm going to press this on the inner third of my eyelid. I think I'm gonna put a little bit of Ghost Town on my lower lash line. I'm gonna focus this more on the outer half of my lower lash line, and then also make sure that I connect it to the eyeshadow in my outer corner. And then I don't really have like a shimmery color in this palette that I want to use as like an inner corner brow bone highlight, so I'm just gonna go into that Ofra Star Island highlighter, which this is absolutely gorgeous. Oh, I love it so much. It has a little bit of like a warm undertone, but it's still such a bright highlighter. But you can see in the pan kind of that it has a bit of like a warm, almost like yellowy golden undertone, but it just is so beautiful. Also, I ordered Rodeo Drive because so many people were telling me that I needed it, so I actually placed an order. right before I joined their affiliate program, and I ordered Rodeo Drive glazed donut, and then I also ordered one of their cream or like liquid blushes to try, like just for fun. So yeah, now I'm gonna go ahead and put mascara on this eye, and then we'll come back for final thoughts. Alright you guys, here are the finished looks. I absolutely love the way both of these looks came out. Honestly, if I had to pick a favorite one, well, this side definitely goes better with my outfit, but I really like this side, and I think that these like bluey turquoise kind of shades really complement like a mustard yellow or like a warm kind of like yellowy orange shade. I don't know what it is, but I think they did an amazing job on the color scheme of this palette, and I obviously created two completely different looks. You also could do an eye look where you combined the cool tone shades with the warm tone shades. I think this palette is super versatile, and I honestly love it. I like it a lot more than I thought I would. I thought it was gonna be like another basic palette, you know, just with like a ton of neutrals, but I actually think it's really unique, and I enjoy the formula. It is completely different than most eyeshadow formulas that I use, but it's sort of fun to switch it up a little bit and kind of adjust your technique according to the formula of eyeshadow. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. Which eye look do you like better? I used the same mascara on this side, but I feel like it kind of got a little clumpy. I don't know what happened there. But do you prefer the blue side or the warm toned side? Cool toned or warm toned? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, if you guys have this palette, let me know your thoughts. Are you thinking of purchasing the palette? I think it's super awesome, and I think it's a good buy. I really do. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. It's been a while since Urban Decay has come out with something that I have been super excited about and like really like waiting for the launch date kind of thing, and this was definitely that type of product for me, and I'm so happy that I bought it, and I can't wait to create more looks. I just can't stop looking at this packaging because it's literally so freaking beautiful. Oh, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please don't forget to subscribe and give it a thumbs up. I love you guys so much. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!